y'all. Welcome back to Rose, Rock, Sweets, and Soil, the radio edit for ICU Radio 97.3. This is the podcast that helps us navigate life's bumps, detours, and breakthroughs with faith and wisdom. I'm your host, Natasha Elaine, and I hope y'all got to catch that intro. If not, be sure to go to mixcloud.com and run that replay back because, baby, that was DKG Kai with Bible Blicky Baby. It is gospel trap at its finest, y'all. He is talking save and slaying, fasting and faithful, casting out distractions with that word on deck, y'all. It is a lyrical blueprint for the kind of God-centered relationships we just don't get to see modeled that often. Spiritually aligned, purpose-driven, and fully covered by grace, y'all. Man, it is the type of relationship that is exactly what every woman on today's panel deserves in her life, y'all. Yes. This week, y'all, I am sitting down with 4 beautiful women that I have known since childhood. I'm talking first grade, second grade, third grade, fourth grade. Jamila, Keedah, Keisha, and Keedah. Yes, we all grew up in the same neighborhood in PG County, Maryland, and time and life brought some distance, but the bond never left, y'all. So today we are giving each other flowers, closure, and a little space to speak from the heart. Man, this one is for anybody who is navigating friendship shifts after 40. The ones that you ghosted, the ones that you blocked, and the ones that you're still holding space for, because everybody deserves a little bit of grace, right? So buckle up, get your tea, get your mimosa, or get your communion juice, depending on how you're feeling, because this is not going to be petty by far. It is powerful and it is definitely prayerful. We are about to talk sisterhood, loyalty, and letting go without losing who we are in the process. Right after we hear another one from DKG Kai. He loves clapping us up, y'all, and I love getting clapped up. So here's another one. It is called There She Go. All right, y'all. Welcome to Rose, Rock, Sweets, and Soil. I'm so happy that everybody could make it. They got their mimosas. They are ready to go. This is Keedah, Jamila, Keisha, and Keedah. Y'all, we have been friends for a very long time. What did it really look like when we met? I mean, what was the circle? Was the circle even a circle at that point? I'm not sure. But what I can say is I remember Keisha. I remember Keisha since the second grade. I remember Jamila coming around a bus. And I remember Keedah because she lived all the way up the street. And Keedah lived all the way up the street. And Keedah has sisters. And I remember they could fight. All right. And so when I say this is 40 years, this is for real 40 years, y'all. So when we're talking about friends after 40, we are talking about after 40 years old, but also after 40 years of commitment and loyalty and ups and downs and fallouts and blocks and unblocks and all of that stuff too. Nobody blocked, did they? Unfollowed? No. This is like the model friend group, y'all. Might be one person missing, but we'll figure that out in a little bit. So the framework, we had the R for the road, how we got here, how we kind of just started, and I'll let you guys chime in on that. And then we have the rocks, where it kind of got bumpy for some people. The weeds, where we get stuck into our moves, our attitudes, our life. And then we'll get into the good soil. So anybody else want to chime in on what your circle looked like when we first started?
For me, I remember meeting Keisha in third grade. As soon as I got in class, she was on it. Oh, why you got them long socks on? And from there on, we became cool, and she was so playful. And I think that's when I first started cussing when I was young. So yes, it's been on ever since.
Bella, what you remember?
I remember coming into play when I think it was fourth grade, Miss Owsley class. We were playing this game called 7-Up. And I remember the twins being there, and I was following them around because I was new. And then everybody kept asking if Keedah and I were cousins or related because we had the same last name. And so we started our friendship from there.
Now that's interesting because you said fourth grade. So for me, I left in the fourth grade. I started getting busted up, and then I ended up in middle school at Walker Mills. So my thing was these 2 containers. So I had my school friends, and then I had my neighborhood friends. And that is the way my life kind of ended up, because I always had this set of friends and that set of friends. And then as I moved to different cities, it was always these friends from Miami, these friends here. And so I always had these containers of friends. Keisha, what do you recall?
City girl coming to Maryland elementary school. So I remember Keedah and you on the playground. And my very first encounter with y'all, I was cursing on the playground. And y'all look completely shocked. Like, oh, you cuss? I was like, y'all don't. And it just went from there. As far as Melly, like she said, 4th grade, her accent. I'm like, where your family from? A Southern twang. And I'm like, your family from North Carolina? And that's how we locked into it. Keedah, and like with Keedah, like she said, first day, she had on her little schoolgirl, like Captain, like Britney Spears in the hallway before Britney Spears. Had her little socks on. I was like, why you got some socks on?
Hey, what was the answer to that question?
She started laughing. I always do.
So, yeah, that's my encounter.
And Keedah.
Pretty much the same thing Keisha said. Keisha was a bully in school. She really was. Keisha, on the playground, I think Keisha made me be her friend. I think so.
You want to be.
Y'all are in a relationship. No. And so 40 years of friendship. Now, that means that everybody was happy for all 40 of those years. No problems, no issues, no unspoken, like expectations that were missed, because we were talking about it earlier and I only knew Keisha's birthday. And I knew Keidah's birthday was in December. So what day are you in December?
December 23rd.
Oh, that's ridiculous because I'm December 26th. So we are literally 3 days apart. And that's crazy.
That is crazy. And Keisha never mentioned it.
I got to be the one that mentioned
You the glue, boo.
Yeah.
Sometimes you got that glue pill off sometimes.
And so I say all that to say that I missed everybody's birthday. I mean, like, I really did, except for Keisha's. And so I'm trying to get back into this circle. Like, I kind of excommunicated myself. So I'm going to work my way back in. And I told y'all earlier, I'm going right now everybody's birthday. Keedah, like, for what? I'm like, because I need to know. I barely know Jonah's, and that's only because it was Memorial Day. And that's the problem because that's my godson.
Our godson.
We share. See, I didn't even know that I was a co-godparent.
Keisha never
These are
mentioned it.
things that
It's always the one that's
y'all love being a little bit too much of a model group right now. Y'all really going to tell me that there was no dips, no nothing?
Like, it wasn't perfect. Like, we always had some ups and downs throughout the growing pains and differences. Definitely.
Speak now, forever hold your peace.
I would say Keedah and I, but this was like our adult years. We had like a little tiff. Our mother was not having it.
Okay.
She like, y'all gonna bridge this thing back together. And that was that.
I love to hear that. I mean, because I'm thinking of like, we can't do a girls trips together because I got to be with my husband.
I could say that, but I can say that as me being a teen parent. I think I had to mature a little bit faster, so I kind of probably drifted away so I can take care of my child. But other than that,
Okay, so single, and taken. How long have you been married, Jamila?
It'll be 19 years in September.
Oh, wow. That's so good.
Grown.
you want me to say this? I have been married for, wait a minute, let me do the math. Hold on. 22 years?
Okay.
23 in September.
Wow. 26 y'all been together and
Yeah.
23 y'all been married. Well, congratulations.
Yes, that's nice.
Well, that's amazing.
Beautiful. It is.
All right,
That's
so me, Keedah, and Keisha, we working on it. The weeds. When y'all had y'all little tip, what made you say, like, I ain't fooling with her no more, I'm cool? Or vice versa?
Being stubborn.
What kept us stuck? Because we have that genuine love for each other, and the years that we had. Like, it's like, I've known this girl since elementary school. I ain't going nowhere. Like, she's just gonna be mad at me for a little bit. We get over it.
And how long was it?
What, maybe 2 months?
It wasn't that
It
long.
wasn't long.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, 2 months is a good amount of time for your mom to notice, for sure.
Yeah.
But the initial breakdown, was it pride? Was it, if somebody hurt the other person, or was it just like you were mad that they did something that
Maybe it was
you
pride.
didn't agree
I
with?
think it was a little bit of it all.
Yeah, pride, pain.
Okay.
A little bit of it all.
And y'all loved each other?
Mhm.
2 months. So your mom was like, no, we getting this together.
Yeah. I called Keedah today. Because it don't make no sense.
She
Y'all are
sure
like
did.
sisters and y'all been, I told her. So you better call her.
Yeah.
Period. She said what she said.
That's good.
And then from that phone call, I knew that from there on out that we would never part.
I'm going to name something gently.
Okay.
And y'all, I heard it before the camera started rolling. We don't
have to go there. Y'all take it as far as y'all want to take it to. But there was another, I'm going to say there was 5.5. And I'm calling myself the half. So there were 5 and I was a 0.5. But now it's 5. We missing the other. And I'm rooting for a full reconciliation because I love her, you know, but I'm there to love everybody. And I'm a forgiver. I mean, I'm just saying, y'all, this is rose, rocks, weeds, and soil, y'all. And so in the weeds, we got to talk about how we get to the soil. And to get to the soil, y'all, we got to get into forgiveness. And we have Colossians 3:13, if I'm not mistaken. And it really says, y'all, we got to be able to bear with one another like you guys did. Just deal with it. And we got to forgive each other because God forgave us. Simple as that. So, y'all, let me tell y'all, I forgave this girl. She used my picture as a catfish on her dating app, y'all. But it was just my body. Like, she cut my hair off. And so I confronted her. And she was like, oh, I did it by mistake or something like that. It was something very petty, but that could be something very big to others. And so, because that's weird, to say the least. I do understand that doesn't mean everybody reconciles, because I ain't reconciling with a lot of people.
True.
And it is what it is. But is there any room for reconciliation at all?
Beyond my mind, no.
Okay.
I mean, I forgive, but I don't forget.
Right.
And sometimes it is okay to continue on with certain. Everybody can't walk down your path with you for the rest of your life. For sure. You know? Some people are there to show you or to help mold you into what you're going to accept and what you're not going to accept. And it was a lot of backstab. That should not have been.
So it was a big shift.
It was a major shift.
Are all of us past it now completely?
What do you mean past?
Past it in the sense that we're only talking about it right now because I just brought it up.
Yeah.
100%. Yeah. All right. Are you crying, Keisha?
No, girl, my eye running. No, y'all not crying.
So can I get just a quick poll? Kia, you forgive? Yeah. You forgive her?
Of course.
Okay.
I just don't think about it.
So no reconciliation?
There's no need.
We know your answer, Keisha. You forgive her, no reconciliation. Jamila, you forgive her? Reconciliation?
Because forgiveness is for me.
100%.
Yeah.
No reconciliation.
I never thought about it.
But if she wanted to, would you consider it?
When you say reconcile, what? Hi, how are you? What does that look like?
Inviting over to dinner, inviting out for drinks, mimosas for brunch.
We can speak how you doing and keep it moving.
Okay, so we can all be cordial. But that would be a good wave, not a fake wave. It would be a real wave. Okay, so you're not there yet. Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, mine is deeper than everyone else's because we're really, really close. So I forgive her, but no reconciling. No.
Oh my goodness.
Like, of course, I still love her. And the last time we talked, you know, her god brother had passed away and we talked for a little bit, but it's not the same. It's like this. It's deep. It's like deep. Yeah. So no, I wish her the best.
Oh goodness.
Yeah, same.
Yeah. Same.
Do y'all have any warnings for me? I'm going to love on her. Look at Jamila like, I ain't done
love on her.
Absolutely.
Love on her.
Yeah.
Because I really wanted her to be able to be here. And y'all know I did ask and it was declined.
I mean, I wanted to, with you saying that, to piggyback off of that. We didn't just exclude her. No, we gave her an opportunity to come to the table and sit with us. When she declined the opportunity, then it was just clear for us that she had made her choice.
So y'all, the soil is real. We are all here and we have grown through a lot of stuff. And I don't want to make assumptions. Everyone here a believer in Christ.
Yes.
Okay, good. Yeah. So what I do want to say is, how do you all think that your relationship with God shapes your friendships now? I mean, not even just in this realm here, not just this circle, but even when we come across new people, how do you think your relationship with God impacts or affects your decisions to be friends with other people?
For me, just understanding that everyone is different. And I've got to a point in my life, and I guess in my older years, that sometimes now I meet people where they at.
Yes.
Even with my other friends, sometimes if it's not what I'm on, I'm like, okay, well, that's her. You know, that's so-and-so. So that's just how she is. And I think that's for me now. As you get older, sometimes your tolerance changes a little bit. So that's
I agree with that.
Yeah.
Jamila, what are you thinking?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I don't know how it has shaped my relationships with other friends.
I would say
how it's shaped.
Like what Keedah said, and just respect the matter of opinions, because everybody not going to think the same. Like, it's conversations that Keedah and I may have about certain things, or Jamila and I may have. At times when we could be interpreting it differently, but also saying the exact same thing.
Yeah.
Or accepting the reality of certain things. Like, we're all not the same. We're not picture perfect. And if that would have been the case, it would be boring. And I think just to respect the matter of opinions and receiving what each other saying, dissecting it to where it fits. Like, okay, I get it.
So being more receptive.
Yeah, what she said.
First and foremost, all of y'all, even you, Keedah, like y'all, every single one of y'all use that grace card. So that's the first thing there, like in terms of how God is impacting y'all, whether you recognize it or not. When you are giving someone grace, it's not like we were saying, just sweeping it under the rug. It's Jamila saying, I want to talk to this person. I want to uplift them. I want to see what's going on. Maybe I can help. Maybe there's a situation before I just block or unfollow somebody. So that is definitely God, because the devil will be like, girl, bye.
You do hear that voice.
Yeah. That part.
Yeah. You do hear that voice.
And I mean, that's a question.
No.
Yeah, but I mean, I hear that voice sometimes, and sometimes that voice is much louder than I anticipated it to be. And when you have those still moments and you talk to God, because I have those type of conversations or that type of relationship with him, and you allow the grace to flow through, because there are times where maybe you've done something and people wasn't really accepting it or receptive to it. And everyone else said people could be going through things, or you don't know what's going on with them. So that conversation to me is important, to see where a person is, or, know. And I guess and then when you say other relationships, other friendships, your early on relationships and learning how to navigate those, I think help the relationships that you encounter in the future, like your new friends and your coworkers and so forth. And knowing that you can always go back to your roots, these girls here, and have those conversations, those humbling conversations, and they don't mind checking you and we're honest with one another. It kind of like, because they know who they're talking to. I'm not new to them, or my mindset, my way of thinking is not new to them. So
that's a good point.
But they sometimes may have encountered the same thing, or but Jay, look at it this way, or look at it that way. And then it humbles you. And then you reflect, or you self-reflect. And then you go back and differently. And when you move on, you navigate those other relationships.
Can y'all tell me one thing that y'all love about this circle? And I'm in the circle now. Yeah. Not accept me just yet, but I am back in the circle. So one thing y'all love about this circle, just go down the road.
Being loyal.
Okay. Yeah. And no repeats.
Thank you. I went first. I would say, again, respect. We respect each other.
I love that they keep me grounded.
I have a few things. Love, the loyalty, and respect. Yeah, I
know. Just being here, y'all personalities are so distinct. And so it's so awesome to have 4 women, 5 women, and everybody be so different. Like the uniqueness is insane, and everyone has their own voice. And it's not like there's a leader or followers, or Keisha might be the glue, but it's not like everybody defers to Keisha for any particular thing. It's like everyone has their individual conversations as well, and their individual relationships, and then the relationship as well. And of course, everybody has their outside. But I just feel like the love is in just everybody being themselves.
Yeah,
nobody's trying to be like nobody else. Right. And I love it. It was like, y'all just come looking real cute. Everybody came looking real cute in their own cute way. I mean, everybody just looks different. And it's just like, what? Like, this is my cute. And I love it. And Jamila's just so outspoken, y'all. She talks so much. I love it. She quiet though.
That's why we put her in the middle.
But she don't just like talk out of turn. Like, she be like, I gotta think. Like, give me a minute. And then she speaks. And I love it. Like, y'all are just awesome. And Keedah's just like the little love bug. She's like, I really love you.
I'm a kumbaya person. I want everything to just get along.
But that's how I feel like with the game. Like, seriously, y'all, I would forgive every single body in that game. And I know y'all like, what? I will forgive any and everybody just because I know the love that God has for me. And so it's like, man,
Well, you're right.
If God can love me, all of the crazy, I'm just saying, like, yeah. So that's what I love about y'all. So I do appreciate y'all for coming and hanging out with me.
For having us.
Thank you.
Y'all, as if that panel wasn't dope enough, She Blessed just became the theme song for the whole crew. That's like a sanctified strut I'm about to put on, okay? A sisterhood soundtrack. DKG Kai, I'm just going to call you Kyle. Yo, you stay talking about a woman who is 10 toes down to her faith, and I love it, man. Yes, because we are breaking curses, building homes, leading Bible study, and walking in favor, even when we walking away. Deuces. That kind of womanhood, y'all, that is exactly what this episode was about. So, to Keisha, Keedah, and Jamila, I feel like LL Cool J saying that, right? Thank you, not just for showing up on set, but for showing up for each other, y'all. Today reminded me of something simple but powerful. Friendship is not a finished thing. It is a faith walk, and I want to be down. Listen, sometimes it is loud and crazy and funny, and sometimes it's just hard and holy. But when we let God guide it, there is always growth in the soil. And y'all know we could not fit all of that growth into this radio edit. So catch the full show anytime at rrwspodcast.com. Now, here is your heart check, soil seekers. Ask yourself, is it time for a conversation, a prayer, or just a release? I mean, do you need to actually reach out to somebody? Do you need to pray through it, or do you need to let it go? I mean, let it go in love if you're letting it go. Think about those things, and whatever the answer is, don't ghost the healing. Don't block the breakthrough. Grace might be the only bridge between where you were and where God is taking you next, yo. And do not think you are walking up out of here without a word of the week, because holy is his name, and holy is the word, because holiness is not just a look, y'all. It is not just a vibe. Yes, it is a lifestyle, but it is a decision, a discipline, and a daily surrender. And you already know the Holy Hunt remix by DKG Kyle with our two faves, Anike and Portia Love. Yes, that is the song of the week. When Kai said she in her bag and she in her Bible too, I was like, yep, that's me. I'm Holy Hunt. Listen, he was truly describing me to a T, but I'm praying he's describing you too, because it is a different kind of glow up, y'all. Man, not just a woman of faith, but a woman on fire with the glory of God all over her, yo. The one who just hands God the plans and just say, God, have your way. That's what it looks like. That's what it is. That's what holy is. So this week, y'all, don't just look holy, live holy. Go to rrwspodcast.com/freebies and grab your free unfollow or forgive quiz and devotional. This is going to be your spiritual gut check for the week. Then you're going to chat me up on IG at RRWS Podcast or right here in the comments. And do not miss next week's episode, y'all. We are flipping the mic to the men, and it is going to be it is going to be so good. It's the Brotherhood edition of Friends After 40. It is a raw conversation with three men who stayed friends since single. Did I say three single men? Did I say 3 fine men? Listen, we are talking loyalty, legacy, and how Black men keep brotherhood alive in a world that tells them to isolate. So until then, stay rooted, stay real, and remember, I love you. I mean it, but God loves you more, y'all. This is Natasha Elaine for Rose, Rock, Squeeze, and Soil. Let this track remind you that God is still working on us, through us, and sometimes in spite of us, okay? Yo, this is the Holy Hunt remix, man. I'll see y'all next time. Bye.